Come.
For our next tier list. Champ tier list. So I want to make this clear before we get too into it. This tier list is not going to be like, what was the most meta of meta champs? I mean, it'll play a factor, but like, there are going to be some champs here that I really liked, and I'm going to put higher up probably than others. So just keep that in mind, whether it's like the mechanic of them or if they're just fun to play comp-wise. So keep that in mind. Don't think that like, if I put Kog'Maw like C tier, I'm not going to. Don't think it's because like I didn't like Cog guards. Or it's gonna be because like, oh, I didn't like Cog guards, excuse me. It's not gonna be like, oh, because he just generally is a bad unit. He's not, he's actually pretty good. But yeah, so it's not gonna be like this giga meta, like, oh, what were the best units? It's gonna be more like if they're fun to play, things like that. But to start with, we have Alistar. He was pretty good. He was pretty good. Pretty basic. He's got a good stun. So if you get Horizon Focus from Portable Forge, pretty good early holder. And I mean, like, he was kind of just like, you would always play Mundo Alistar as your like frontline at the very beginning. And then hitting him, actually, if you're going full Golden Ox, he's actually pretty good if you hit him 3-star. So pretty good. He also now, after him and Mundo got buffed, we also got the Techie reroll comp with them, and I actually think both of them, I think Mundo's gonna go A tier. I think Mundo's actually S. I kind of like I like Monkey reroll. But I think Mundo's much better, but I do like Alistar as well. But Mundo's S. Monkey reroll is super fun, or Gorilla reroll, I guess is what it's called, is really fun. He's also just a really good trait bot. You play him with Slayers, you play him in Street Demon. Techie reroll. He's just good. He's just a good unit. Jax, I'm gonna be honest, I really did not like Jax. I didn't like his hero augment. His hero augment felt very bad. And he just did not feel good. He was literally just a trait bot for Sejuani if you go Exotech. So I didn't really like him as a unit. He did not feel good. I'm actually gonna put him in F tier because there's gonna be someone I'm gonna put in right now that's probably gonna be D tier, and that is Kindred. Kindred again, also a trait bot, also felt extraordinarily weak. Like I felt bad itemizing her early game. If I like was making my carries items, I didn't like it. So I definitely think she's a D tier. She's only good because of her traits. Having rapid fire and marksman makes her good for Exotech. That's really it. That was kind of like the sole reason why is like she was a good for marksman for the beginning or good for rapid fire for playing Kog'Maw early. Besides that, not my favorite unit at all. Kog'Maw on the other hand, banger. Banger of a one cost. We love Kog'Maw. He held he held Aphelios items, he held Xayah items fairly well, he held Zeri items fairly well. He just held AD items really well, even like MF items. Or God items. So you could always like play him early. He also had his own reroll line, which is kind of cool. So S tier for Kog'Maw. I like him a lot. I think he's really, really good. Morgana. I did not really care for Bastion Morgana reroll when that was popular. I also think she's kind of bland. I know she's like a reprint from last set, but in general, didn't really like her. She's not like weak per se, like she can hold AP items fairly well, especially for Vex, but wasn't exactly like my favorite unit. Nidalee is also gonna be like D tier. It never felt good playing Nidalee. She, again, the only reason why you played her was if you're going Amp or if you're going Nitro reroll. But if you're doing Nitro, which wasn't even like very good very long, it was always for other people, like Elise, for Veigar, for Jhin. So even like Tempo, you wouldn't even reroll her, you just put her in for the trait. So not very fun to play. And just not really an exciting unit in general. Poppy, kind of similar to Jax, but I just think the better Jax. I mean, you rerolled her quite a bit with Veigar, which is why she's not going to be like F. She's definitely going to be like C tier, but she wasn't my favorite. I just didn't care for her, I'm going to be honest. Like, it was just kind of bland, kind of boring. Her hero augment was better than Jax's, but not my favorite either. There was only one hero augment that I really, really liked, and that was Rost's. And I guess Fi's. Seraphine is pretty good. Seraphine is pretty good. She's a really good holder of AP items for like Aurora late game if you're just playing Anima Squad. For Techie reroll, she was pretty good. She's really good at spreading like, you know, Void Staff or Red Buff or Morello's. So overall, really liked her as a unit. She was a really good support unit. And I mean, she's pretty decent. Like, she's actually just a really good 2-star if you 2-star at the beginning. Like, she actually is a good item holder for the first stage. Shaco? Okay. I'm gonna put Shaco in B. I did not like Shaco as a unit, but I like his concept. In the sense, I like the scaling concept, and I think he was fun to play sometimes, but so many times I would get Shaco 2 early, and I'd be pissed, because I'm like, this guy is useless. If I'm not playing for Shaco, getting a 2-star Shaco at stage 2-1, by stage 2-1 sucks. Like, it just is not fun. It's like, alright, great, now what? So, didn't despise him, but definitely can't put him past B tier. Silas, yeah, we're gonna put you E or C. C, I think. Because he wasn't horrible. His hero augment's terrible. I played it in PvE. I played it during the entire set, and I just hated it. It was never good. I'm gonna be honest. I think I tried making a video with it. I'm not sure if I did or not. It just wasn't the greatest. It was very mediocre. But he also is a Vanguard for Anima Squad, so, like, that's pretty good. And he's generally, like, a decent unit to have 2-star early game. Same thing with Vi, but Vi's gonna go much higher. I think Vi was definitely one of the better frontliners. Which is kind of surprising, because she's Cypher, and usually, like, the lose streak units aren't very good. But Vi's pretty good. Like, Vi is definitely one of the best frontliners for 1 costs. I think Alistar and Mundo are, like, a little bit better, but I like Vi a little bit more than Alistar, especially her hero augment. I think her hero augment's actually pretty cool as well. Like, so her hero augment's fun. I think she's slightly worse as a tank than Alistar, but I think she's overall just better as a whole. Just, like, with champion and her ability, as well as her hero augment. So, I'm definitely putting her in A tier. Zyra, probably B tier. I like Seraphine more than Zyra. Zyra's cool. I mean, she's, like, stronger than in Seraphine, I think, generally speaking, but I just am not a huge fan. I don't hate her. I think she's better than Shaco. Can I switch them? Thank you. No, don't force her. I think she's better than Shaco, but not my favorite, not my favorite 1 cost. Definitely, like, mid. Alright, 2 costs. Darius. I feel like I never use this guy. I'm gonna be honest. Unless I'm going TF reroll back at the beginning of the set, I feel like I never used him. He was very, very mid. Again, kind of just like from set 1, or last set, just with now he sunders, which is cool. I vibe with it, but not my favorite. Not my favorite. Echo. Pretty good. Echo's pretty good. Echo is, like, not only a good, like, trait unit with Strategist and Street Demon, but he's also just a really good 2 cost. Like, I know there was, like, LeBlanc and Echo reroll for a little bit, and he's actually just generally good. That's it. He's just a good frontliner early game, especially if you can get Strategist in. Graves. I like Graves rerolls, so I'm gonna put him in B. And I like his concept of not using mana. I almost always dropped him if I was playing Golden Ox. If I'm gonna be honest. I would almost always drop him if I got a Golden Ox +1. You just drop him and put someone else in. So he's good, but, like, not the best. Malawi. At the beginning of the set, I really didn't like her. I think she's grown on me quite a bit. Especially playing Anima a bit more. Like, she definitely has grown on me a bit as a Bastion. Yeah, I mean, like, if Shyvana didn't exist, I would probably put her higher, but I think Alawi is, like, a really good 2-cost Bastion. Jhin S tier. I love Jhin. Jhin is really fun. Jhin is a really fun backliner. He's really good. And he's just a great item holder for both, like, various mana gen items like Spear, but he's also good for, like, Zeri items. So in general, he can hold a range of stuff. Like, the only items he can't really hold are, like, the various, like, AP items that actually increase damage, like Archangels, Rabadons. But, like, besides that, JG, besides that, he can hold, like, all the mana gen items for Varus, as well as all the Zeri items, which is kind of crazy. So, he's just great to have. LeBlanc, I think, is also going to be B tier. I didn't really get to play too much LeBlanc reroll. I did try using the Mana Zane comp, that one, like, a couple times, and it was fun. I do like her ult a lot, but I think in general she just does feel a bit weak. I mean, it makes sense for being Cypher, and I'm bad at the game, so I'm not a huge fan of Cypher, but it is what it is. I just don't really think I enjoyed playing her as a unit, especially because she's strategist, and like early game, the only other strategist is Echo, right? Like, you're not gonna really find a Yuumi, so it's like you never really activated her traits unless you were playing Cypher, or got really lucky with like a Yuumi high roll. Naafiri. I really didn't like Naafiri. She had like a 2-week stint where she was really good, and then she only became good with Spectral Cutlass, and even then it was just like she was kind of like eh. She is the Exotech you always drop if you have Exotech +1. Like, you never drop Jax because she's Bastion. You always drop Naafiri. It just makes the most sense. Not a huge fan of Naafiri as a unit. Kind of wish they I don't know. I don't like how the only 2 melee amp units were the 2, like, 1 cost and 2 costs. I feel like an amp unit with 4, like, as a 4 cost would have been much cooler if it was melee. Just me, though. Not really a huge fan of Naafiri. Rost, though, I love my boy Rost. Put him up there. Rost was awesome. Rost as a Vanguard is cool. Rost's hero augment is the best in the game, in my opinion, and the coolest in the game. It's just fun to see. Gragas's is cool to see with specific items, but Rost's hero augment is just fun. It's just a fun time. And he's just generally good. He gives Divinicore, so he gives armor to everybody. He also gives Vanguard, so he's just, in general, a really good unit and a really fun unit. Also strong. He can use, like, AD, like, frontline items, as well as tank items. So it's a great combination. Shyvana, also S tier. Fantastic Bastion. Also good for Techie. You can fit her into so many different comps. If you're playing like 3 EXO and you have like 5 EXO and you want to drop your Jax, you can play her for Techie as well. With Mord, it's just, she fits so many boards. I think she's really good, especially early to mid game. Like, she just like links so many traits that you can use. Skarner, he felt bland to me. I like him more than a lot of the C tier units, so I'm gonna put him in B. But like, I cannot think of a single game where I got Skarner 3 and I was like, wow, this guy's a beast. You know, like, it felt very, very bland, and which kind of sucks. But I don't dislike him. TF, A tier. I like TF. I liked TF reroll. I know he's not very good now unless you have like Flicker Blade or something, but I like TF reroll. I thought TF reroll was a fun comp to set. I don't like when reroll comps are like meta, but like when TF reroll from certain spots is good, he's really fun, and I enjoy that a lot. So definitely A tier. I liked his mechanic. I know like Boombot TF was really fun. So overall, great unit. Vayne, Vayne to me was like the most boring unit this set. Like, you just built Ginsu, Runan, Ginsu on her, or now it's like Flicker Blade, and it just felt bland. Am I crazy? Like, TF reroll looked fun, and like you could print gold, you could have cool things, like, it was fun. Vayne reroll was just like, eh. Yay. I hit Vayne 3 with category 5. So exciting. Like, it just didn't feel good. It just felt like bland to me. I did not enjoy that. Loved Veigar. Notice how I love both of them, Shyvana and Veigar. Yeah, I loved Veigar. Veigar was fantastic. Veigar reroll was super fun. Even like during PBE, when I started playing Veigar reroll during PBE before like all the comps started coming out, it was so much fun. He is definitely one of my favorite 2-cost this set. I really enjoyed playing it. Kind of sucks that JG was glitched for such a long time, but Veigar reroll was probably like one of my favorite comps this set for sure, like bar none for reroll comps. Braum was pretty good. In general, Braum was like really good. Why? Thank you. Braum was really good overall. I thought he was fun. Thought he was good. He's a really good syndicate. Hey, how's it going, Amelia? Overall, Braum was good. I like Braum. I thought Braum was really fun. Syndicate's skill is really good. It just kind of sucked that, like, if you're playing Vanguard Marksman, if you're doing 4-4, you never play Braum. It's always Jarvan, Silas, Rost, Leona. And then if you're playing, even if you're playing, like, 6 Vanguard, like, he just didn't feel as good. So, I don't know. I think that was, like, kind of the one thing I felt kind of concerned about him. But other than that, he was great. Draven, he was fun in Cypher reroll. Obviously, like, his Cypher cash out was super fun, where you get Draven 3 with like Radiant IE, and then I can't remember the artifact name. Ludens. Yeah, when you get Ludens with him, it's just so good and it's so fun. It's just so cool to see him throw one ult and it just kills like half the board. It's so good. Cool. I loved him. Elise, I liked Elise reroll a lot. I think like obviously at the beginning of the set, no one really played her and she wasn't that good. Halfway through the set though, she became kind of a beast. I like Elise as a unit overall. I thought Elise was a great unit overall. Especially like during like the mid to late set, it was really, really fun. Fiddlestick. Fiddlesticks was cool. I really liked Fiddlestick reroll. I'm kind of down to put him in like... Okay, here's what I'm gonna say about Fiddle. I think Fiddlestick reroll was really fun. I think one of the issues is that like, now that he's only super good with like a relic, or like an artifact, sorry, not a relic, an artifact, that it kind of like makes it not as fun. He's still really good, I think, but like, if you don't have the artifact, he's not very good. So, I don't hate him. Thought he was fun, but I don't think he's the best in the world. Let me zoom out. There you go. Next up, we have Galio. Galio was kind of meh to me. I know he's a good unit. It just felt really bland, if that makes sense. It just felt really boring, and I don't know. Like, I felt like every time I played Cypher, which wasn't too often, it just felt meh. I didn't have like the dopamine rush that I get with like Draven or like Elise, you know? So, not my favorite. Didn't despise him, but not my favorite. Gragas, the god. Gragas was so good. His hero, actually, I'm gonna put him in A. Only because like, only because his hero augment wasn't that good. I'm kind of sad about that. Like, it was cool if you got like Flicker Blade and all that shit, you know, Flicker Blade Rapid Fire Cannon. I've seen all the videos. It's funny and it's cool. But besides that, it was not a good hero augment. It was not good. He was a cool hero though. He was a great champ. Very, very good. Jarvan has to be S tier. Jarvan was so good. Jarvan was insane. And so even like after the nerfs, after they nerfed him for like, since his Slayer comp was so busted, he was still really good, and he's been really good for the entire set. Like, he has just been consistently a great unit to play. I can't give him anything less than S. Jinx, I liked Jinx with Executioners, so I'm gonna put her in B. If you are not playing Executioners, she is the worst unit in the game, almost. Not the worst, but like, she wasn't good. If you're not playing Executioner reroll with the Executioner emblem, she's not good. She's like the first street demon you drop. So, I'll put her in B because I do like her in that, but that's about it. Mordekaiser has to be S. Sorry, has to be S. There's no conversation. He honestly is probably one of the best units in the game. Best trait bot, because he has Bruiser, Techie, and Exotech. He's in a vertical where you're guaranteed to 3-item at least 3 champs. So you're almost always gonna 3-item, not almost always, you're always gonna 3-item Zeri and Sejuani, and you could probably 3-item him as well. And him as a secondary tank is kind of crazy. And then you also get Techie active, and he becomes even more useful. He has a stun like Sejuani, just like obviously worse. It's just, he's just so good. He is such a good 3-cost. It is insane how good he is, and everybody wants him. All right, like it's ridiculous how good he is. Rengar, I liked Rengar reroll. I thought it was fun. I'm actually gonna put Varus there as well. I really liked both their rerolls. What I will say is, I think Rengar reroll got kind of bad to the point where he needed artifacts, but I think it's more fun to play than Fiddlestick. I think if you hit like Prowler's Call out Rengar, it's super fun. And then Varus reroll is just really good in general. So I have to give it an A, and I like Varus a lot. Yuumi. Okay. I know Yuumi reroll is good. I understand that. I know you get so much dopamine if you 3-star her, and she just constantly ults, and it's so cool. But like, just put her in fucking B. What's kind of like sensing a pattern here is besides these three, I feel like all the 3 costs this set were very like, they weren't bad, but they weren't great. Hey, Colston. They were very like hit or miss, and it kind of, or not hit or miss. They're very mediocre, like they're forgettable. Like next set, I think these are the only 3 costs that I would consider remembering, and even then that's like very mid. Like Mord is probably the big one that I'll remember is like the cool 3 cost. I will not remember most of these 3 costs because they're just very like forgettable. Annie is pretty fun to play. I really like Annie. Annie is insanely fun to play. I mean, the fact that she summons like Tibbers is really cool. Strategist Amp was really strong for the entire set for the most part, but I like Annie. I think Annie was really cool and really fun to play. Aphelios, he was kind of just the dopamine backline carry. Let's be honest for a minute. You saw the numbers go up with Ginsu. You saw the numbers go up with Kraken, so you're like, ooh, shiny. Like, that's pretty much what he was. And, I mean, he's not bad, but, like, let's be honest. Out of the 2 4-cost marksmans, I think we know who everyone liked more. So, I can't put Aphelios higher than B. Brand annoys the fuck out of me. I played a lot of Street Demon, by the way. Brand annoys the fuck out of me. There are so many fights where, like, I just sit there and he takes 7 to, like, 10 business days to fucking ult. I hate this man. Brand, what the fuck? What's up, man? Why do you take so long? You know what? While we're on the topic of ulting too long, Ziggs, what the hell? Like, what's worse is they're in the same comp. Like, you use both of them in the same comp, and they both just sit there staring, and they're like, nah, and then they take 3 to 5 business days to ult, and I fucking hate both of them. Holy shit. I don't want to put them in DRF, because I think it's disrespectful to them if I put them with these 3, but like, oh my god. Fuck them. Cho'Gath's a lot like Aphelios, in the sense that, like, a big number go up. That's about it. It's just big number go up. Like, you see his health bar go up. You see him get bigger. Ooh, that's so cool. That's pretty much all he was. Leona was cool. I liked Leona a lot. Very fun. Very, very, very cool. Also, like, contested every goddamn game. But, love my girl. Love my Anima Squad girls. MF. Very similar to these 2. But, like, kind of worse. Like, MF is the same as, like, Aphelios and Cho'Gath, where you see a bajillion bullets fly, and you're like, ooh, that's shiny. But, like, I mean, she's good if you have Marksman Emblem, but she just didn't, I don't know. Seeing her ult once, and then still seeing, like, 4 or 5 people alive killing the rest of my team felt really bad. Nico. Yeah, you're going in B. I can't put you higher than B. Nico's kind of like a similar unit. I like Nico. She's good, but she, like, is very, 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 like, trait bot-esque. Like, she's not, like, out of all the 4-cost, like, frontliners, she's probably one of my least favorite. And so I can't put her any higher than B. I'm actually kind of down to put her in C. No. I'll keep her in B. But she definitely is, like, very bland, and also, like, kind of contested because of strategist amp, which we'll get to when I get to the traits tier list. Sejuani! Yeah, Sejuani's S tier. Sejuani was so good. I know she's, like, a reprint, I'm pretty sure, but she was so good. Her ult was good. Her as a champ are good. In general, she's just really fun to play. Vex. I don't want to put her higher than A. I like Vex, but, like, there's a lot of, like, flexible comps that you can play with Vex, which is kind of cool. That's just why I'm gonna put her in A. But she either, like, felt like she was deleting the entire board, or she, like, was throwing paper towels at them. Like, I don't understand. You could give her blue buff, strikers, and gunblade every time, and then like one fight, you have the same board, same exact board. One fight, she's like just destroying everybody. Next fight, oh, the entire enemy team's still alive after 10 seconds. What is happening? So I don't know. I liked her, but she just felt weird. Xayah's S tier. There's no debate. Xayah's S tier. It was so satisfying giving her IE strikers and like Deathblade, or IE strikers and like another item like GS, and just seeing her one shot like the frontline tank with her ult. And it's just so satisfying seeing her like jump up, get her like pull out her blades, and they all just one shot the frontline tank. It's so satisfying to see. Like I have to put her in S. Zed. I was not a huge fan of Zed. I know Zed was good. I did hit Zed 3 this set, but I was not a huge fan of Zed. Zed is definitely not my favorite unit. Didn't really... I don't like how his ult is like a 50-50 coin toss for going for the backline carry. I don't like that. I felt like very annoyed by that. So it wasn't my favorite, especially as someone who's bad at positioning. I just am not a huge fan of him for that. Zeri, I'll give A tier. I liked Zeri. I think Zeri was fun to play. I think Zeri was a cool unit. Obviously, Hollowbow Zeri made me want to like gouge my eyes out. But besides that, like I think Zeri was fun to play as a unit. Especially with Flicker Blade. Oh my god. Flicker Blade Zeri is like Aphelios, like Ginsu, but like on crack. Okay? Like you are on every drug known to man when you see her doing Flicker Blade. Like I think being given like meth and like trying meth for the first time, that high is not half as good as seeing Flicker Blade Zeri. I'm just saying. It's so good to see. Alright, that's the 4 cost. 5 cost time. Yay. Aurora! My anima girl. I love her, but can't put her above A. I really like the summoning board concept, though. I think that's very fun. That was very exciting to do. She was obviously broken for a while, and I think because her traits are so good with being Dynamo and Anima Squad, she's always contested every match, which kind of sucks. But she's a very, very good unit. Really loved playing her. Garen's S tier. I mean, I love that. I love the mod printing. I hope they bring this back someday. They probably won't next set, but like, I really hope they bring this concept back eventually. It's really fun. It was a very, very fun setup. I like the 5 costs that are like weak when you first get them. Like Zac. I'm actually do Zac now. Zac is also S tier. I like the units that are weak when you first get them, and then you can spike later. Hey JP, Flickerblade Vayne. I know. I just am not a huge fan of Vayne. It felt very boring playing her. Especially like early game when it was like Slayers was really like meta. It felt really boring playing her. But yeah, I love this. I love this concept of like 5 costs being weak when you first get them, but as you play them, if you get them early enough, they like spike. I love that. I think that's really fun. I think that's like a really cool setup. Yeah. So I really like them as 5 costs. I hope like they bring back these kind of 5 costs that you can scale with if you get them early. Kobuko. I'm gonna be honest. I prefer him before his rework. I like him. I like how like his ult was like he could do multiple ults, and I kind of like him before his old rework, or before his rework. I think his other version was better. I'm gonna say it. He was better. Still good. I like his new version, but like I think the old version was better. Renekton. Yeah. Also A tier. I like Renekton. I like that concept, especially like when you get like a golem like Golemify, and they can just like get like 10k health Renekton. Oh, it's so much fun. Or like you're feeding your like Mundo for an entire stage or for an entire game, and then you somehow hit Renekton and you just like put him in. It's cool. It's really fun. Yeah, I didn't. Hold on. I have to like. I don't like Samira. I do not like Samira as a unit. I know she's good in Strategist Damp, but like, I did not like Samira. Urgot, and I'll actually address that right now, JP. Urgot I liked. I thought Urgot was fun. I like the component printing. So Urgot 2, just a heads up, does print more than Urgot 1. So like, it does scale like with how much they print. And Urgot 2 does good damage. He does quite a bit more damage. So maybe it just depends on like what positions you're in, but Urgot 2 can like hit like a truck. And he prints a lot more at Urgot 2, which is really nice. Which is kind of the big thing. Because if you print more as Urgot 2, you get items for your other carries and you like spike a lot harder, which is why he's so good. I think that's also why they, like, had him weak at the beginning of the set, because they didn't want a unit that could, like, summon, like, items and stuff, and basically win out every game. So I think that's why they had him weak early on, and then he became stronger as the set continued. Viego? I liked Viego, but I think he's like Kabuko. I think he could have been better. I mean, building, like, tank Viego was kind of cool to see. You just see him jump around everywhere every 5 seconds, and it's cool, but that was really it. Sometimes you didn't even know if he killed anybody. He kind of just existed in the ether. And I'm not gonna rate this stuff. But yeah, this is the champ tier list. The only one I really didn't like was Jax. I really didn't like Jax's unit. That seems weird. I don't know why that would happen. Something must have happened on the enemy team. Like, the other person's board must have spiked somehow on the front line and, like, stopped damage. Because that shouldn't happen. But, yeah, the only people I really didn't like were these 5. I did not like... Kindred and Nidalee felt so weak. And then, like, Jax just felt weak as shit. I hated Jax, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I played him a lot because I played Exotech a bit, but, like, I did not like Jax as a unit. I liked MF's concept, but it just felt weird playing her, and then these two took too long. Like, these 3 all, like, would take too long to ult. And, like, these 2 would just, like, the throw would just, like, fuck up for so much of this set, and I'm just salty over that. Like, Brand's ult and Ziggs ult would just fly around for, like, 10 seconds and piss me off, so... Yeah, maybe I'm just salty about that, but... Other than that, this is the Set 14 Champ Tier List.